Welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. I'm your host, Dr. Ron, and I want to thank you guys for coming out for another episode of From the Desk of Dr. Ron. I tell you, got a pretty interesting one here today, but as you always know, someone throughout the week has come to me with a situation and a circumstance, and it was my opportunity to help encourage them. So, which means that if one person has that problem, then somebody else may have that problem too. So, before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out. First thing I want to do is give a shout out to Dr. Hunt, my mentor. Dr. Hunt and I have been traveling in life together for 30 plus years. And out of the 30 plus years that we have been traveling together, I tell you, he has been a blessing to both me and my family, as well as I have been a blessing to him and his family. So the reason why I talk about Dr. Hunt being a mentor, because I want to encourage you to get a mentor. Somebody that you can count on in your life to help you, lead you, guide you through troubled times and the good times as well. Not just troubled times. Mentors help in good times as well. So I encourage you to get a mentor, someone that you can count on and trust to help you. And then I want you to get a show so you can shout your mentor out. All right, so moving right along, when you're going into business, make sure you do your homework. Now, fortunately for me, I do a little consulting work, business consulting, and people come to me all the time. And when they do, when they start talking about the type of business that they're going to be going into, I ask them specific questions that help them understand that they're not ready. Okay, just as an example, if you're going into the shoe shining business, you got to understand that there are requirements to going into the business. It's more than just going out and getting some shoe polish and some rags and some brushes and say, okay, I'm going to shine shoes for a living. Well, in certain cities, when you start, doing business on the street, they want you to have a, peddler's license. And they be like, what's that? A peddler's license. Well, a peddler's license is what says that you're not going to hurt nobody on the street because we know you're there. And if the police come along and they ask you, like, do you have a license? Yes, you do. So that was important for them to know that they need to identify themselves with their local government, that this is what they're going to be doing, so that the local government doesn't have a hard time with them out there doing what they're doing. Because if you don't, you're going to have some trouble on your hands. Now, of course, that was just an example. That was not a real scenario, but I want people that are entrepreneurial, people that think business-mindedly, to think about all of the prep that they're going to go through before they get into making their first dime. Now, some people think a retail outlet is the best thing to do, but retail outlets come with another specific kind of problem. I remember a young lady a couple of years ago opened up a bakery in the middle of COVID. Well, she had good products, but people were not going out. So now you're paying a strip mall, thousands of dollars for rent every month. Then you're paying insurance every month. Then you got to pay employees every month, and people not out there. And then I said, well, what about your marketing? Well, social media. Well, social media is a very good form of marketing. Word of mouth is a very good way to bring business in. But is that really what you want to do in a day and age when it's a pandemic going on and people are locked in their house? It didn't work too long, because after you got through spending all of those months worth of rent and those expenses, it kind of puts you in the hole, because then you got product that's got a expiration date on it. So now your expiration date on the product, you can't sell day old cupcakes. You can't sell week-old cupcakes. So now you got a problem because now you got to eat all of that, literally, or give it to somebody to eat. Okay? And then you run the risk of somebody, eating something that's a little old and then they can't, like, wow, they get sick because they ate some food that you gave them or you handed out when it was too old. You get where I'm going with this? You have to do your homework. I've learned a long time ago that there's several types of businesses that are out there. Some businesses you can operate on the internet, where you're still going to have the same problem where you have to worry about pulling people in to your website. And you can have a beautiful website and nobody know where the heck you at. But you got to drive people into your website. Just like if you have a storefront, you're geographically limited to just that town or that area. But when you're on the internet, you got the whole world to choose from. If you can draw them in there, if you can get people to see what you do, you can be shipping things all over the world. And that's one of the things about what I do as a broadcaster. I interview people and drive people into the people that come on my show as a guest. People become aware of them. We have heroes and sheroes in our community that you would not have known about if you would not have heard about them on one of my shows. So I pride myself on being able to find people that we need to know about. And I say we, I mean all of us. So I encourage you, do your homework. Anything that you do that you expect to make money off of is a business endeavor. So do your homework. And when you do your homework, then you'll be better prepared to have a success story. And it's not hit or miss. So I encourage you, people that want to be successful, do your homework. Work is required. The word home work has work in it. So do some work before you say, oh, you wake up, you want an idea. Oh, I got an idea. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I like talking about my kids. I remember my daughter came up with an idea one time. And she was like, well, Dad, I need your support on this idea. And I'm like, it's not going to work, sweetheart. And then she was disappointed because the idea that she came up with, she hadn't done any homework on. She just had an idea. I said, well, what about this? What about that? Did you look into this? Did you look into that? No, I didn't look into none of that. I just got an idea. No, sweetheart. You got to do some homework. And I encourage people to do their homework. Do the work ahead of time before you have disappointment on the back end of a business or an endeavor that you did not know. You get broadsided, like, bam, I didn't know that. Bam, I didn't know that. Wow. All these people got their hand out, and especially if you go into a business that there are taxes associated with it, like county taxes, city taxes, state taxes, because all of those bloodthirsty agencies want their money. Okay? So that's it for today. I'm not going to keep ranting and raving about the same thing continuously over and over again, but you get the idea. Do your homework before you start doing anything else. Take the first step and do some research and find out about what it is that you're going to jump into, and then dive in feet first. Don't dive in head first. Dive in feet first so that you can land safely in your business endeavor. So I want to encourage you to go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. When you get over there, the first thing I want you to notice is that you can watch all of my shows live, all the lives right there on the website. You click that button, says watch live. You will be able to watch the live broadcast. Then the second thing I want you to notice is that I have advertisers. These are a few of the banners of some of my advertisers. Support my advertisers. They make it possible for me to do what I do here at the Ask Dr. Ron show. So definitely go over there and check out my advertisers. Then I want you to come back and see me on Wednesday, each and every Wednesday on Street News Now. We have a whole network there designed to bring you good information. So come check us out each and every Wednesday at the 12 noon hour. No matter what time zone you're in, Central Standard Time, 12 noon, we're there. Come back and check us out. Also, reminder, check me out each and every Saturday at 12 noon Central Standard Time right here from the desk of Dr. Ron. You don't want to miss it. You want to know about what's going on? Come check me out. All right. And then I want to thank all those that have made donations and contributions. Thank you so very much. Keep up the good work. I need your support. Please keep that money coming. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Check me out every time. Subscribe, like, and share. And then you'll know every time that I go live. I want to invite you guys out to see me tomorrow on Sunday. On Sunday, every Sunday I do a Black History Moment 365 days out of the year. Come check me out and see what's going on tomorrow. So I want to encourage you guys to be safe, be smart, and I look forward to seeing you guys on tomorrow. Peace.